What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob back with another NBA Betting Insiders with the Prince of Picks, aka Payam, my boy, back after crushing another NBA slate. What was it, 2-1 last night?
Yep, 2-1 last night, but that puts my total run to 81 and 47 over the last 3
Killing
weeks.
it, just smashing it. I got to say, I didn't bet any basketball yesterday, but I did go 6-1 in my Super Bowl best bets. You can find those on my Twitter and on Juice Reel. Ball is Life Bets gave them all out. The only one that didn't hit for me was Travis Kelce. Did not score a touchdown because he's a bum, but otherwise we smashed. And we are back for a fresh week, and we are ready to dig into this NBA slate. It's a big one for today, so we're going to dive right into our best bets. Payam will give you his, I'll give you mine with some breakdown, and we will get you guys out of here. So, Payam, why don't you just start and dig right into your best bets
So
for
I
today?
gotta tell you guys, there's a huge slate of games tonight, 10 games overall. And I have at least one bet for every single game tonight. Okay, that's a first for me on this show. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I got a total of 17 bets. Okay, so you guys definitely want to get your pen and paper out and write these down. Because this very well could be our most profitable night on the NBA Betting Insider Show.
Or biggest losing night.
Huh?
Or the biggest losing night.
No. We don't think that way, Jacob. It's going to be the biggest winning night. All right. But let me tell you guys something. Every single pick I have here, I'm about at least 85 to 90% confident in every single one of these plays, maybe even 95%. I got strong data to support each one of these plays here. So if there was ever a show for you guys to share this link, share it with your family and friends, even if they don't like sports, if they just like to make money, share this link with them. Give them a sports book to open up on their phone and place these wagers. I mean, we're giving these plays away for free. You guys got to realize that. I mean, these are money making plays that you guys aren't even having to pay for. So share this link. If there was ever a show, it's going to be today. So I'm telling you guys right now, we're about to make a lot of money tonight. I feel really, really strongly about that. So, and just to give you guys a little clue here, usually when we do this show, I have about maybe 1 page of notes, maybe a page and a half. I'm going to show you guys something here. These are 2 pages plus a third. I got 3 pages of notes here for all these games that I'm doing these wagers on. So, again, make sure y'all share this link. Hit the like button, please. It helps us out a lot with the algorithm. We're trying to grow this show here. And we do it for you guys, So, we want to share this with as many people as possible. Me and Jacob, we like to think of ourselves as the Robin Hood of sports books, right? We want to steal from the rich, and we want to give back to us mere mortals here. So, let's share this money with everyone. Let's all get rich together. That's all I got. Let me get out of my dialogue here. Let me get into these picks so I'm not wasting y'all's time here. All right. So, but just want to let you guys know, y'all really need to think about sharing this link. Let's get this money together, guys. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Big slate of games, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tip-off, Hornets going to be hosting the Indiana Pacers. Some trends for this one. Pacers, currently 5-2 ATS as a road favorite. They're also 66% ATS versus the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, the Charlotte Hornets are just 47% ATS as a home dog. And they are 31% ATS versus the Eastern Conference. Some more stats here. The Charlotte Hornets, they have lost by 11 plus points in 6 of their last 9 losses. So when they have been losing, they've been losing by double digits. They've been getting blown out. Meanwhile, the Pacers, they won by 16 in their last matchup in Charlotte, which was on February 4th, so about a week ago. And then they also won by 31 in Indiana on December 30th, sorry. So their last 2 matchups, the Pacers blew them out. Pacers, number 1 offensive team in the league thus far this season. Meanwhile, the Hornets sitting at the 25th ranked defense. So the elite offense against terrible defense. And the Hornets are also 28th ranked offense. So the Charlotte team is very bad. I said I will never bet on them again, and I won't. So I'm taking the Pacers here minus 10.5 at minus 105. The Pacers have covered this in 2 of their 3 matchups versus Charlotte this season. And I'm also going to be taking the Pacers team total over 123.5. That was at minus 125. Again, Pacers have covered this as well in 2 of the 3 matchups versus Charlotte this season. I am also going to be taking Tyrese Halliburton 3+3s. That's at minus 166. Pacers, they're currently fourth in the league in three-point percentage. Meanwhile, the Charlotte Hornets are 29th defending the three. They are allowing teams to shoot 40% from three-point land. And also, Halliburton, he has had 3+ threes in all three matchups versus the Hornets this season. I expect that to continue again tonight. I'm also going to be on Miles Turner over 7.5 rebounds. That's at -115. And I will also be on Nick Richards for the Charlotte Hornets over 8.5 rebounds. That's at -135. They both had 10 rebounds each in their last matchup. And both teams are bottom 5 in the league in rebounds. So I think there's going to be equal opportunity for both sides here on the boards. So I like both of their props to get over their reboundings. And that's it for this game. Do you have any thoughts on this one, Jacob?
I do. I am all over the Pacers team total over here too. I didn't want to hit the line at -10 as it was a little steep for me. But I do think that the Charlotte team is just so bad, and the Pacers have been playing better lately, offensively, defensively, and I really like them to take it to the Charlotte team. So I do like the Pacers team total over 123.5 here. That's the best bet for me.
Okay, cool. All right,
what were the other plays you had? You had their team total over. You had Turner rebounds over, Richards rebounds over. Anything else?
Halliburton 3+.
Halliburton.
Yeah, I can go over them again at the end.
Yeah, we'll get it. I'm sorry, I just missed one. Halliburton 3s. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Next up, another 7 p.m. Eastern tip, where the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. Some recent trends for this one: Cleveland 17-1 in their last 18 on the money line. That one loss, I believe, was it to the Clippers? No, they beat the Clippers. Can't remember who that one loss was to, but yeah, 17-1, last 18 on the money line. Meanwhile, the 76ers, they're just 2-8 in their last 10 on the money line. So again, this Sixers team really, really struggles without Embiid. And those 2 wins included 2 fourth quarter close games against Utah and Washington. So nobody, both teams average to below average, right?
It was Milwaukee, by the way.
What was that?
They lost to Milwaukee.
Oh, Cleveland. Okay,
yeah.
So that was their one loss. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 2 teams going in different directions here. And also Cleveland, they're 7th in the league in rebounds. So for those reasons, I'm going to take Cleveland. I'll lay the 9.5 here at -125. I think they can win by double digits here against a banged up 76ers team. And then I'm also going to take Evan Mobley over 8.5 rebounds. That's at -120. He has hit this over in 4 of his last 5 games overall. And the one under that he had was 8 rebounds. So he barely missed the one that it wasn't. Otherwise, it would have been 5 for 5. But he's averaged 11.5 rebounds over his last 5 games. So I love him here to get his rebounds without Embiid. The Sixers are just not a good rebounding team. So I'm all over Mobley over 8.5 rebounds. Do you have any thoughts for this one?
For the Cavs team total, I am all over it over 119.5. It's the same kind of situation. I just, those double-digit numbers just scare me in basketball. I get Cleveland has just been dominant. If I can get this down to like 7 at a reasonable price, I think I would take it. But I do have the Cleveland team total over 119.5. This Sixers team is just trash right now, and I seriously think they are going to go on a serious cold run and are going to be in danger mode when it comes to like 4 weeks out. They are not doing their part. And yeah, I think it spells trouble here. So I do like the Cavs team total over 119.5. I'm going to take a peek at the game total. So check the socials for that later. But otherwise, that's my only best bet here.
Yeah, I think the Sixers are going to be a play-in team when it's all said and done. They're going to be hanging around the 9th, 10th seed. I think they're going to take here big time. The next up, we're going to do a 7:30 p.m. Eastern tip where the Atlanta Hawks are going to be hosting the Chicago Bulls. Some trends for this one. Atlanta, they're currently 27th in the league in defending the three-point line. They are allowing 38.6% from three-point land for opposing teams. So for that reason, I'm just going to take a player prop here. I'm staying away from a side because really I don't trust either team here. So I don't have a good read on who's going to cover the spread. But I do like Kobe White over 3.5 threes. That's actually at +114. I love that value. Prior to his last game, he's kind of been on a tear lately from three-point land. And against a really poor Atlanta defensive team in general, not to mention defending a 3, I think Kobe White here is a prime opportunity to get over that 3.5. He has hit over 3.5 threes in 3 of his last 5 overall. So again, he's not afraid to light it up from outside. And in a game against a poor defense, I like his opportunities here. So that's what I'm riding with for this game. Anything for this one for you, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm actually on the Hawks money line here, minus 170. The Hawks have gone from being, one of the worst cover teams ever to covering 6 out of their last 7 games. They're also 6-2 straight up their last 8, and 5-1 straight up their last 6 games at home. I understand that Chicago does have some wins, 4-1 ATS their last 5 against Atlanta, 7 and where is it? 6 and sorry. Chicago has a couple wins out of 2 of the last 3 games. Sorry, I had too many Atlanta stats there. Chicago winners of 2 of the last 3, but they've been playing some weak teams. Like they lost to Orlando, they beat Memphis, they beat Minnesota, not a huge offensive juggernaut. They beat Charlotte, they beat Portland, they beat Memphis again. Otherwise, they have losses to Phoenix, the Lakers, Toronto, Sacramento, Orlando. Any team that kind of puts up any kind of offense, they lose to. And I think the Atlanta at home, the way they've been playing, I really like them to get it done here at minus 170.
Cool. All right. Next up, another 7:30 p.m. Eastern tip, where the Toronto Raptors are going to be hosting the San Antonio Spurs. Again, this one, I don't have a good read on the side here. I don't trust either team here. I think they're both pretty inconsistent. But I do like Victor Wembanyama over 22.5 points. That's at minus 130. He had 20 in their first matchup versus Toronto. That was back in San Antonio. And I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities here on the perimeter. With Jakob Pearl, he's going to be clogging the lane down low. He doesn't want to come out on the perimeter. And besides him, there really is nobody else with any size on Toronto. So I like Wembanyama here based on his perimeter usage. Over 22.5 points. That's going to be my play for that one. Any thoughts for this one?
No, this game's a pass for me.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, next up, we're going to go to the 8 p.m. Eastern tip, where the Houston Rockets are going to be hosting the New York Knicks. Injury report for this one. Hartenstein for the Knicks and Şengün for the Rockets are both questionable. So if either one of those become, an official injury report, stay tuned to the socials. We might have some additional plays here based on those injury statuses. Some recent trends for this one. The Knicks are currently 3rd in the league defensively. The Rockets have the 4th best defense at home. So 2 great defenses here are going to be matching up. Game total is at 222.5. I like the under. Their last matchup saw a total of just 203. That was in New York. I expect that to continue again here tonight. I don't think we're going to see a lot of points by either side, especially with the Knicks having a lot of injuries themselves. I'm all over the under here, 222.5. Any thoughts for you on this one?
I do. I actually have a player prop in this game. You said under 222.5?
Yep.
So I am all over Isaiah Hartenstein, over 10.5 rebounds and assists. So he is questionable with an Achilles injury. I get that. So if he's not playing, this will just get voided. But the Knicks are shorthanded anyways. So if Hartenstein does play, he's going to get a lot of run. And if he gets a full run, 35 plus minutes, he's hit this in 18 out of the 19 games that he's played in so far this year, where he's hit 30 plus minutes. So because of injuries, if Hartenstein does play, he's expected to play 30 plus minutes, and he has hit that in 18 out of the last 19 games that he's done that in. So I am taking his points and assists over 10.5.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we're going to go to another 8 p.m. Eastern tip, where the New Orleans Pelicans are going to be heading to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. Memphis, they have allowed 115 plus points in each of their last 5 games in a row. And I expect that to continue again tonight against a pretty good Pelicans offensive team here. I know Zion is questionable, but for me, that really won't make too much of a difference tonight. I just don't think Memphis is good enough to stop them on the offensive side. So I like Pelicans team total over 114.5. That's at minus 130. I'm gonna stay away from the side here because it's more of a personal bias for me. The last 3 times that I've picked Memphis to not cover the spread, they've covered the spread. So I'll stay away until I see more of a trend of some more blowouts here for the Grizzlies. But I do like the Pelicans to be able to put it on them, at least offensively. So over 114.5, that's my play for this one. Any thoughts for you?
For this game, no.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Short and simple. Cool. All right. Next up, we're going to go to another 8 p.m. Eastern tip, where the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be hosting the Denver Nuggets. Trends for this one: Milwaukee comes in with a 23rd ranked defense. And they've allowed 116 plus in 5 of their last 8 games overall. So they're still a pretty leaky defensive team. Doc Rivers hasn't really done a whole lot to improve that team as of yet. So obviously I don't expect that to happen, but that's neither here nor there. But for that reason, I'm gonna take Denver team total over 115.5. That's at minus 120. I think they can put it on Milwaukee, or I think they can score points against a soft Milwaukee defense. So that's going to be my play for this one. Any thoughts for you?
Yeah, I'm all over the over in this game. Two great teams. I just think we're going to see a battle here, and I think we see points.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty simple handicap for me there.
Yeah, nice. I like these short explanations. Cool. Good enough. All right. 8:30 p.m. Eastern tip. The Dallas Mavericks hosting the Washington Wizards. Injury report. Isaiah Livers is out for the Wizards. Derek Lively and Dante Exum are both out for the Dallas Mavericks. Meanwhile, Daniel Gafford, Kyrie, and Luka are all probable to play for Dallas tonight. Some recent trends: Dallas, they come in with the 7th ranked offense. Meanwhile, the Wizards are 30th, dead last in defensive allowing points per game. They're also 30th, dead last in rebounds per game. So for those reasons, I'm going to take Dallas team total over 129.5 here at minus 130. They just put up 144 against OKC the other night. And with Kyrie and Luka, this offense is rolling so recently, and against a really bad Wizards defensive team. Again, I think the Wizards are going to end up being the worst team in the league by the end of the season. I think they're going to have the worst record. So for those reasons, yeah, I'm all over Dallas team total over 129.5. I'm also going to be taking Daniel Gafford over on his rebounds prop. That isn't out yet. I don't see him on the injury report, so I expect him to play. But for some reason, that line isn't out yet. So when that comes out, stay tuned to the socials. I'll be posting that. That will be an official play here with the Wizards being the 30th ranked defense and rebounding. I like Gafford here to get his rebounds, whatever number that is. And then I'm also going to be taking Kyrie first quarter points over 5.5. That's a minus 135. I think he gets off to a hot start here against.
I'm sorry. What was the number?
Over 5.5.
5.5. Okay.
Yep. Over 5.5 at minus 135. So yeah, I think he gets off to a hot start here. Against a Wizards team that really doesn't have a great point guard. So that's my place for this one. Anything for you?
No, actually, I'm all done with my best bets, so I'm just writing.
Oh, you're done with them? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I only had like 6 plays, so it's all on you now. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just run through the rest of them here real quick. I only got 2 more. So 9 p.m. Eastern tip, Utah Jazz hosting the Warriors. 11 of the last 15 Jazz games have gone over 241. Both teams bottom 10 defensively, top 10 offensively. That's all I need to know. I'm taking the game total over 241.5. It's a minus 110. I think this is a shootout. Most Utah games are a shootout at home.
I can get you 240.5 right now, actually.
Oh, went down. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'll take it. 240.5. Well, so that's what we'll do then. 240.5. I think it's a shootout here. Like I said, most Jazz games are, especially at home. So I'm going to be on that. And then finally, 10:30 p.m. Eastern tip, the Clippers are going to be hosting the Wolves. Minnesota comes in with the number 1 ranked defense. Clippers, number 8 team defensively. Their last matchup saw a total of just 214 points. That game was in Minnesota. I think, again, we're going to see another slugfest here with 2 pretty good defensive teams, actually great defensive teams here. So I'm going to take the game total under 223.5. That was at minus 115. Again, I don't think, either team offensively is going to be able to really put it on the other team. I like both defenses here a lot. So under is the play for that. And that is going to do it for me for my full slate of games tonight. Do you want me to go ahead and recap everything?
Yeah, dig right into it.
All right, cool. So to recap, we are going Pacers minus 10.5. We're also going to take the Pacers team total over 123.5. I am on Tyrese Halliburton, 3+ threes. I am also on Miles Turner, over 7.5 rebounds. We're going to go Nick Richards, over 8.5 rebounds. I am on Cleveland, minus 9.5. I'm also on Evan Mobley, over 8.5 rebounds. I am also going to be on Kobe White for the Bulls, over 3.5 threes. I will be on Victor Wembanyama, over 22.5 points. We're going to take Knicks Rockets game total under 222.5. We're also going to take the Pelicans team total over 114.5. I will be on Denver team total over 115.5. I'm also going to be on Dallas team total over 129.5. I will be on Daniel Gafford over on his rebounds prop. Stay tuned to the socials for that one. I'm also going to be on Kyrie Irving first quarter points over 5.5. Then finally, I'm going to be on the Warriors Jazz game total over 241.5, and then the Wolves Clippers game total under 223.5.
All right, that's a lot of plays.
Yes.
We're gonna listen. That's a lot of plays, so I'll make sure to put them all in the comments below, so you guys can make sure to get all of them, so you don't miss anything. But I am all on the Pacers team total over 123.5, Cavs team total over 119.5. I'm on the Hawks money line, Pelicans over 115.5. I put like 5 units on that. That reminds me a lot of the Knicks game the other day that I forgot to bet. So I did not forget to bet that. I already put it in.
Hornets, I think it was.
Yeah. So I'm all over that. That's going to be like one of my favorite plays today. I like Hartenstein over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and the Nuggets Bucks over 229. If you want to tell people where they can find you on the socials.
Yes, absolutely. So you guys make sure you guys follow me on TikTok and X at Prince of Picks 10. Again, those bets, any injury reports, they're going to come out on X here. So make sure you definitely guys want to follow me on there. And then as always, I'm going to give you guys my NBA moneyline parlay of the day. We're going to get you a 2 to 3 game parlay at close to plus 100 value. That's exclusive to the social. So the only way you're going to get that is if you follow me on TikTok and X at Prince of Picks 10.
Yeah, and he now has his own channel in the PickManagement Discord. We're getting that all set up for him, so you can find some exclusive content there. You can also follow me across all socials at PickManagement. You can find me daily now on Driving the Line with Jonathan Coachman and Alan Bell, and also at Ball is Life Bets. So make sure to follow me over there, especially on their Instagram. And then make sure to head over to Juice Reel. I'm going to put the link below. You can track all your bets and get really good analytics and see how you wager and how to become a better based off the analytics that they provide. They also have all sorts of like bots and picks and all sorts of really cool stuff over there. So a lot of big things happening for the Pick Management Podcast Network. We're also going to be starting our daily NHL show within the next day or two with Mark, also known as Better Days. I think Better Days Ahead is his social. We are calling him the Wizard to go with the royal family theme of the Prince of Picks, the Queen of Soccer, the Ice Wizard. Trying to figure out how the Silent Assassin fits in that, but I don't know where that came from. But we will ride with it. Otherwise, I am Jacob at Pick Management. This is Payam, the Prince of Picks 10, and this has been the NBA Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
It's simple mathematics. Check it out.